Hey y'all, Dirty Distaggio here, bringing to you some multi-TownHall base design. So this is the GodFuzzy DD design, which stands for two-letter Ds because that's the primary sort of figure piece in the design. I'm going to bring it to you at various different TownHalls. I'm going to show you TownHall 12, 13, 14, and 17. Now this is my TownHall level 12. This is a no tower design. And this design is for people that want to keep the might on their account real low. Now I have 4 legendary heroes, and so my might's already 5,800, and I'm trying to farm Druid. When I get Druid, it's going to be even higher, and so I don't want any towers in this base. I'm going to use this to level my heroes real high without any towers. I just don't want the might from the towers, and so that unfortunately limits, even though these heroes are really good. Pumpkin Duke, Snowzilla, Thunder God, and then Ninja, and then Executioner is my 5th right now. That should probably be Angel, but so that really does limit me in here be monsters. I cannot for the life of me beat A. I need to, I'm sorry, beat B. So I just run this on A, and it's painfully slow trying to farm those shards. And basically 4 army camps can beat A. Problem is I gotta have other things out there too. I gotta have all my altars. I can't just hide them during Here Be Monsters A, right? So yeah, this is painfully slow. I apologize. I am running it at 200 times speed too, so it's going twice as fast as normal, but this is still, well, it was about an 8-minute Here Be Monsters, and I wasn't, GodFuzzy, I mean, I wasn't gonna make you sit through 8 minutes of a Here Be Monster wave A, you know, so I did speed it along. I was kind of multitasking, so sometimes the attacking heroes are out of Scream, but I'll probably bring those back into Scream for you. Again, it's a really good design. Instead of the arrow towers in the 4 corners, it's going to be 4 high hit point buildings. Just put whatever buildings are the highest hit points there. So for this account, that's going to be your vaults. And that's why they are over there in the corners, right there by Pumpkin Duke. See him over there? He's hanging out there. And then you run those walls all the way down as far as you can. Again, I don't have a lot of walls. These are level 2 walls too, by the way. And you run those walls all the way down into the base, as far past the vaults as you can, all the way up to the altars if possible. And that causes the incoming heroes to, when they are going to aggro onto those corner vaults, and then they're going to path all the way down and around those little walls there. I have 5 hero altars all in a line, and as the incoming monsters cross the threshold into that big gap between the D and the D, then all 5 of my heroes will aggro, ideally simultaneously, on the incoming monsters. That's a little bit different than other designs that do 3 altars next to 2 altars, right? In a little trapezoid or a little square with the one shooting off the side. So I like to have all my heroes aggro at the same time, and that's really the opening to this base is purely a Leary 93 idea that he came up with in the Geixa de Morte. I'm not sure if I said that right, but I don't care. So so yeah, it's really the Leary 93 opening with just the GodFuzzy core, center core. I've been using that core forever, since December, since before Here Be Monsters even existed. I was using the core that you see there. I just really like to protect my vaults. That's really why I created this design. So that was A, so TownHall 13, Arrow Towers 3, Here Be Monster B. Now this account is again another account that could potentially become my main account. Again, my main account, GodFuzzy, was hacked, and you know what IGG has been doing is that account gets hacked, and then if the hackers use their hacking code on your account and then hack like Here Be Monsters or Arena, well, what's going to happen is IGG is going to flag you as a hacker, even though you're not. Your account was hacked. Code was installed onto, you know, essentially your account as you were playing Castle Clash, and then they go ban you. That just happened to one of my guildmates, Jenna. So, and that happened to San 7 too. he got his account restored and whatnot, but I mean, IGG is basically witch hunting right now. If they think you're a hacker, you're gone, and that's probably the way to go if I were them. It's better to get that hacking out than to maybe hit a few innocent people, and I just don't want to be one of those innocent people that gets hit, so I have a couple Plan B and a Plan C account to become my main so that I can continue to offer you guys content. So I do have 2 accounts. This is a sort of a, I haven't paid too much money on this account, but it's definitely not a gem free account. The last one though it was just someone that had rolled a lot of secondary accounts and had rolled a lot of good heroes and leveled those up and then gave that account to me when they heard of my situation. It was a guildmate. It was Magnaset. Thank you, Magnaset, for that last account. That's a great account. That's the account too, by the way, that I'm having trouble raiding with the Mecha Men on. So that's a great account though. I love that account. I don't have any like that have Omnithopter's research. So again, this account though does use the Arrow Tower 3 with 1 green garrison. Again, I am keeping my might kind of low, but look at this account. So this account has under 6,000 might, and yet I can still have Arrow Tower level 3s, and I'm still there. So that's because I have a couple greenies here. So I got Engineer there, 4 green ordinary heroes in the towers with just a green garrison 1, and that really makes this Here Be Monsters become pretty easy. This account has done C as well. You can do Wave C. It's a little riskier though, and it's not 100%. And right now I'm using troops here for Wave B. I never leave this account without hiring all troops or queuing up all troops, so they're always there. But this base right here in its current design, this GodFuzzy DD, this can beat B without troops or bombs. So you can just run 4 in a row, multitask. You know, it's a good design. It's the design that makes it work. And here, look what I did to TownHall. I am experimenting with this. This is the account I primarily experiment on before I move a design over to the GodFuzzy account. So this is one of my test accounts. The other test account you'll see next, which is the TownHall, I want to say 14. And this isn't my favorite test account because the thing is I got 4 really good legendary heroes on this account. I like to test with really weak heroes, and my next account has weaker heroes. So this is sort of unrealistic for most people. Like, you're just free players to have because it's got Pumpkin Duke. So it also has, does it have Snowzilla, I want to say? I don't know, I lost 1 or 2. I think it has Snowzilla too. So those 2 heroes are the ones that, the reason why this is one of my Plan B accounts is those 2 heroes are ones that you have to roll, right? The other ones you can purchase. So it's TownHall 14, Arrow Tower 3. This is my favorite account. This would never become my main account though, because it's only got 1 legendary, which is Paladin. This is the account I used in my early YouTube beginning videos on Castle Clash. And I took this account basically from level 0 heroes all the way up to where they are here. I don't have videos all along the way, but this is one of my favorite accounts because it's got 3 greens on the altar, Marksman, Engineer, Angel, plus Paladin as the only legendary, plus Assassin. And I'm not too fond on Assassin. This Assassin has self-destruct 3 of 5 on it, so that's kind of fun. But a Cyclops with Revive, Painda with Revive, anything with Revive would be just as good in my opinion. Area of Effect is really what this account is lacking. So that is why it's a great base to test Here Be Monsters, because if you can beat like Wave C with this account, that means on GodFuzzy I can beat Wave F or G with the same base. So that's why I really love this account. Plus, it's my favorite raiding account. It is so fun to raid on this account. My might is so low, and these are like level 80 green ordinary heroes, and I just love Engineer, okay? Engineer is house. So, Wave C coming in here, and yeah, it's going to get stopped there by, this has got the full confusion ring around the whole base. So all the buildings form a O around the base. That, of course, causes them to path. And here you see the split there on C2. See the split? I like when that happens. Some people design their base so that never happens. In fact, I use some building structures around the core where I intentionally never want them to split. But with the O, the full O confusion ring, why it's called confusion ring is it confuses the monsters. They just path around it like zombies. Right? They're confused. You are forcing them to do something that probably they don't want to do. What they want to do is run straight to the core and attack my heroes. That's what sort of instinctually those Herby monsters want to do. Like the Treants, they kind of almost got it down. They're kind of almost there. They auto aggro onto towers, right? If there was a troop in this game that you could focus onto hero altars, dear lord, that would make this game change very quickly. So, of course, the Herby monsters are zombies, and they just do whatever comes closest to them. They'll aggro onto, and so here, once this useless hero, sorry, she's useless, comes on in. You see, she's just mindlessly is aggroed onto that corner tower and will not go through the wall for some reason. Because she's a mindless zombie. That's wave C3, C4. These are all in real time from this point forward, so this will be a longer video. People go back and forth. They're like, GodFuzzy, speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. And then half the time they'll say, why are you always showing it 2 times speed? Go real time. Well, we want to see this. So I'll just mix it up. This one's real time here. And again, this DD, this is the DD design, the GodFuzzy DD, that really sort of encouraged me to move this design to the GodFuzzy account. This is the core. This is, and when GodFuzzy put this design in, he was a level 15 TownHall. Only basically 10 walls more than this, not much else. Oh, one more bomb each. GodFuzzy is then power leveled, power gemmed up to TownHall 17. So if people are wondering, like, whoa, how'd you get TownHall 17 so fast? Like, yeah, I gemmed right to that. Sorry, should have probably mentioned that. But normally I run this base design against Herby monsters B just because I don't need troops and I don't need bombs. Boom, done. Just run it 4 times, be done with it. I don't play this account very much. I don't really need golden mana anymore. This base is sort of where I want it to be. I'll keep all those heroes at level 80 and I'm happy with this account. I just love this for testing. It's just the best test account. Now see how it barely passes Paladin? Paladin holding down the fort. Look at that, guys. Total base wipe. Again, I don't normally run it against C. I'm not telling you to do that. It's just it makes a little bit more of an interesting video because B is so boring. So this is the GodFuzzy account, TownHall 17. All the arrow towers are level 8. With full garrison, I'm going against G, but normally I do not go G. Normally I go wave F with just green or green-purple garrison. For right now, I need the shards, so I just don't want to ever lose. I don't really care about experience, I just want the 40 shards from G. So I go full garrison. I only have 2 legendaries leveling right now, so again, I'm just trying to get Thunder God up to 5 and 9. And so I don't care about experience at this point. I just want to get those shards. So that's why I always run full garrison. People say, oh, your base can't beat G without garrison. Well, yeah, that's true. I do not claim that this base beats G without garrison, with my heroes. Now, if you guys are running this on G without garrison, and you're winning, please let me know. I'm curious if I can keep this base design as I get up there, or if I need to switch to one of Leary's, like the Death Clover. I think is still pretty good, or the new butterfly design. I don't know if that's new though. Whatever Ranju's base is. He invented all bases, right? Yeah, that double diamond sort of butterfly design, that's a pretty cool base. And I've been thinking about going there. I think it works better with 5 towers than my design does with 5 towers. That 5th tower of mine's just sort of randomly placed there. Whereas with 2 diamonds stacked on top of each other, it just makes more sense. I think that's probably a better base than this. A couple people have mentioned that to me, and I don't challenge them on that claim. It very well could be better than this base. But as Leary had mentioned in a comment on some random line group that we're in, you know, once you've beat G and farmed G, pretty much any base you make will beat G. So it's like you don't really need to test anymore once you can beat G. You know, it's like if your base can beat G, it's fine, because you can just farm F without garrison. If you can beat G without garrison, then obviously it doesn't matter. All you need to spend your time on for testing is to try to beat H. And beating H is pretty tough without having extremely strong garrison, like level 4 garrison per color. Maybe Leary can give us an update on his testing here. I'd be curious to see kind of who's beating what with H, you know. I mean, we know hackers can beat H. That's one way, right? We know that way works. But no, G4 comes in here again. I lost 1 arrow tower at this point. That's pretty typical. Sometimes I put the arrow towers in the center. Some people always comment to me in game, they're like, why are you moving the arrow towers at the corner? Well, because they have the most hit points. I don't want to lose them. So, especially against G. Now for F, you can put your towers wherever the hell you want out of the 8 spots where there's potential for towers. But for G, the towers have to be in the corner. For F, it is kind of fun to have the towers in the center because they just randomly shoot everywhere. And it's just kind of cool to watch. It's kind of entertaining to have the towers in the center there and have the vaults on the outside. So for F, go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, 100,000, 109,000 experience. 40 shards, so that's what I care about. Hey, please subscribe. I know it's kind of a long video, but a lot of people have asked me to do one like this that shows one base design with multiple town halls. Well, I have multiple accounts, and it was pretty easy for me to do that. So, hope you liked the video. Please subscribe and keep it dirty. Dirty up.